Today we're going to look at doing some formatting fixes in ICRW. We'll start by navigating to Reports and Interactive Custom Reports. And then you'll select the report that you want to modify. Today I prepared a little sample report for us to look at. So we'll go ahead and click Edit. So here we can see how the report looks. And then in this edit mode, we can see how it'll look printed to an Excel sheet or PDF by going to this little drop down here. So let's start by looking at a PDF up here. So the report doesn't look bad, but a couple things. We got this big area over here. If we scroll down, we see the projects kind of flow together. Project ID and project name are separated, so we can definitely improve it a little bit. So first things first, I want my project ID and name to show together instead of separated. So I'm going to go ahead and click this ruler here to add a calculated column. And then I can select the different columns that already exist. So I'll do project ID. And I want to concatenate it with that project name. And I want to use the same format they have over here, where there's the double dash between the ID and the name. So we'll do 2 lines, a single quote, then the double dash, single quote, and those 2 lines again. And these 2 lines are saying that we're going to combine everything around it. And the single quotes are saying that we're going to add this text inside. And then we'll just end with the project name. And we'll call this column project. There we go. So now I have that. I can go ahead and get rid of these. So go ahead and click on my ruler. And once I do that, then I'll have this layout section where here I have a couple different options. I can drag it down to excluded, and then the column won't appear on the report. Now, to clean it up though, I think I'm just going to actually instead remove it because I already have that project ID as part of this project column. So I'll come down here and instead choose remove column. And I'll do the same for this one, but first I'm going to show you can also simply hide the column. So a benefit here is if you want to easily sort by something other than the ID, you can put what you want to sort by at the front of the project and then hide it. So before we were sorting by project ID, but now it's going by name because we have this column here. So if I were to hide it, access auto is first because it's first alphabetically, then colony crossing, and so on. That said, that's not actually what I want, so I am going to go ahead and remove the column. All right, perfect. So next, I didn't like how the projects kind of flowed into each other on the spreadsheet. I want a little more separation there. So we have this little sections area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this project column up to sections. And now instead of being a column on the report, we have these different sections where we'll first see one project and see all of it, and then see another and see all of it. So that's looking pretty good, but I want the projects to really stand out now. So here we can update the formatting of the values so that the project really stands out. So let me go ahead and make this 16 size font. And then I'll choose bold for the style. And we'll go ahead and give it an underline too. So there we go. Now we can see our project. And it's much more clearly divided. If we go back to our PDF, we can take a look at how it's looking now. So this is looking a little bit better. If I go down here though, I still have the projects kind of intercepting in the middle of a page, which is better. I can see that it's clearly divided, but I can also go ahead and change that. So if I go back to my sections and click section properties, right now I can see that there's no page break. Well, I do want it to do page breaks, but I want to do that whenever a new project is there. So I'll just click on this drop down and you can choose innermost column if you have multiple columns in the section, outermost column, or you can choose the specific column. So I'll just go ahead and choose project. Now, when I export to PDF, each project will start its own page. So this is looking a lot better. Next though, I see I still have GL entry, the name of the table, in the column with cost type. So I want to get rid of that. To do so, I'll hit on our little pencil again. And then I'll hit this cog. And I'll go to column properties. And then on column format, I can choose custom headings. And here I'll just delete out GL entry and click OK. There, that looks much better. From there, my billable hours right now, we have the double decimal. Some people may just want to see this rounded. So we're able to get rid of those decimals by updating the data format. So once again, I'll find that column, go into column properties, and then on this data format page, I've already overridden the default data format. So I don't need to click that, though normally that would not be clicked. But here I can change the decimal places from 2 to 0. And I'll go ahead and do the same for non-billable hours. Go ahead and export to PDF, and we can see how it's looking. So it's looking pretty good. One thing I don't like is I have this sample report here. So I'll go ahead and just remove my title. And then I want to see how it looks portrait. It looks like we have a landscape right now. It looks like the columns are kind of long and drawn out. So to do that, I'll go up to this printer. And oh, my bad, it is landscape. We'll change it to portrait. And now we'll export to PDF. All right, so not looking great. We have this big space, but I do want to keep it as portrait. So here we have some options. We could change it back to landscape if we wanted, or we can edit some of the properties of the table to make it bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and click the pencil again. And then here we have table properties that we can click on. And we can set a height and a width for this. So I'm going to try out width of 500. That looks like it'll probably be small. Let's try 850. There, that's looking a lot better. I'm actually going to shrink it down a little bit though. Let's try 750. This part can be a little more of a guessing game until you get it right. That looks about the same, but I think that'll work for me. So there, in a quick 10 minutes, we went from this. Oop, not even. We went from this one. Projects were on the same page. They weren't spaced out. The ID and the name wasn't combined. To this. Projects get a nice page break, fairly defined at the top. All the column names look pretty. And we got a nice portrait report. There are a few other formatting options in ICRW, but I think these are some of the key ones. Thank you for watching.